Before this story begins, I need you to promise me something. Do not listen to this casually. Do not play it while scrolling. And if you are alone at night, do not turn on the lights when fear comes. Because this is not a story I learned, it is a story I survived. I am Amara Ahmed. I am 25 years old. I live in Lagos. I dress like any modern woman you would pass on the street: jeans, blazers, sneakers, sometimes heels when I want to feel powerful. And what I am about to tell you is the reason I no longer weave after midnight. If stories like this matter to you, the kind pass from mouth to ear, not written in books, stay with me. And if you believe stories should not be forgotten, you already know what to do. Now, listen carefully. People say Lagos never sleeps. That is not true. Some nights, Lagos only pretends to be awake while other things move freely. On my street in Lekki, generators hummed like tired insects. Security lights blinked on and off. Cars passed without stopping. From my window on the 12th floor, the city looked calm to calm. That was the night I felt at first the sense that something old had found me again. At that time, my life was ordinary. I designed fabrics for modern fashion brands. My clients were in London, Paris, New York. I worked from home, drank too much coffee, complained about traffic, and posted carefully edited photos like everyone else. Nothing in my life suggested that I was about to inherit something ancient. Nothing except my grandmother. My grandmother died without warning. No illness, no hospital, no final message. One evening, she ate dinner and teased me for wearing ripped jeans. The next morning, she did not wake up. In our culture, we say, she was called, but I felt something else. A door closing too softly. We buried her. People cried. Life continued. 3 weeks later, a delivery arrived at my apartment. No return address. No explanation. Just a loom. The man who delivered it refused to enter my home. He placed it carefully by the door, bowed his head, and said, "It recognizes you now." That sentence stayed with me. The loom was heavy, hand-carved, darkened by time. Its surface was smooth, shaped by hands that worked patiently, repeatedly, over generations. Tied to it was a folded note. 4 words. My grandmother's handwriting. "Do not weave alone." I laughed not because it was funny, but because laughter is easier than fear. I carried the loom into my studio. That was my second mistake. I am a modern textile designer. I believe in patterns, logic, structure. So when I sat before the loom, I treated it like an object, not a legacy. I threaded it with safe colors, neutral tones, beige, gray, ivory. The first few movements were normal. Over, under, pull. Then the threads changed. Colors appeared that I had not chosen: deep indigo, rust red, old gold. My fingers froze. Inside the fabric, an image began to form. A street, my street, but the sky above it was darker. The buildings were taller, and the people walking through it moved like shadows delayed by time. I stepped back. The loom stopped. I told myself grief was playing tricks on my mind. That night, I slept with the lights on. Still, something watched. 2 days later, I saw her. She stood across the road near the bus stop. She was me, same face, same height, same skin, same small scar near my wrist. But her clothes were wrong: modern, yes, but unfamiliar, structured, purposeful, like fashion shaped by another history. When she looked up and met my eyes, my chest tightened. She knew me. She had always known me. Then she was gone. That was when fear became real. I called my mother. When I mentioned the loom, she went silent. the kind of silence that carries generations. She told me the truth my grandmother never spoke aloud. In our family, women were not just weavers. We were keepers of boundaries. Long ago, our ancestors discovered that every choice creates another path, another version of the world. The loom was built to observe these paths, to stabilize them, until one generation interfered and split the balance. The loom showed me more. A Lagos where tradition and technology had merged. Ancestral symbols powered modern systems. And always, there was the other Amara. She was strong, respected, and breaking. One night, her voice came through the loom. You were sent to the softer world to live. I asked her what would happen if the boundary failed. She said, one reality must close. Red thread seeped from the loom, not metaphorically, physically. That was when I understood my grandmother's choice. She split the burden. One Amara to live freely, one to guard the boundary. But time does not forgive imbalance. I stood in my studio, city lights flickering like restless spirits. And I chose. I sat at the loom. And I wove. There was no explosion. Just silence. The loom is quiet now. I am still Amara Ahmed. But I know this truth. Some families inherit land. Some inherit money. Others inherit realities. If you ever see fabric that feels too real, walk away. Some looms are still watching. If you are still listening, thank you. Stories like this survive only when they are carried forward from one voice to another. If you believe African stories deserve to be told this way, you already know how to support this space. And if you want to hear more stories whispered from the edge of the seen and unseen, stay close. The fire is still burning.